Greetings, dear elf friends and those who would like to become such. A warm welcome to The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, a scrap metal disposal story on 1,000 pages. Today's cast are Gandalf the Grey, an ambulant professional wizard who's on the road a lot and therefore wearing a non-staining happy grey cloak. The Hobbit Frodo Baggins. No, he's not a kid. Hobbits are genetically a bit on the short side, but tough as dwarf bred. He's got a number of friends. This is Merry, then there's his gardener Sam, and Peregrine, called Pippin. Then there is the human Strider, later on called Aragorn, because he's not only a superb ranger, but also the secret heir apparent to the throne of Gondor. Then there's the dwarf Gimli, son of Gloin. The beard shows he's a dwarf, not a hobbit. They don't grow beards. And the elf Playmobilas. No, Legolas. And another human called Boromir from Gondor, son of the steward of the realm. And finally a tough, hobbit-sized, non-too-beautiful criminal called Gollum. Those are really only the most important. There's hundreds of figures in the novel, which Tolkien wrote from 37 until 49. He would have been faster, undoubtedly, but being an Oxford Don, he was notoriously annoyed by students of Old English. The novel was published in 1954 and 55 in 3 volumes, yet it is not a trilogy, it's just that they wanted to sell 3 books instead of 1. As a setting, Tolkien invented the fantasy world Middle-earth, which vaguely resembles our Middle Ages, except for the fact that in Middle-earth there are monsters and magic, and the good ones sometimes win. The story begins in the Shire, in a place called Hobbiton, in the burrow of Bilbo Baggins, that's Frodo's uncle, who has just celebrated his 111th birthday with a massive party. Right, I leave everything to Frodo, see ya! Also the ring that makes invisible. Yeah, sure. Where is it? You won't get it, it's my precious! Sorry. No, I'm sorry, I'll be going. And he leaves the ring to Frodo. Bilbo acquired that 60 years ago in the only adventure of his life from Gollum. My precious! Yeah, thanks. A couple of years later, Gandalf visits Frodo again. Bad news, laddie. The ring is really the most dangerous weapon of mass destruction in existence, made by the Dark Lord Sauron himself. No! Yeah, look, and he chucks it into the fire. Oi! Oh, an inscription. 1 ring to rule them all. So who was he married to? Ha ha. There are 3 elven rings, 7 dwarf rings, and 9 rings of men. With those, Sauron made the ring Wraiths, the Nazgul. Sauron was nearly done for, but has risen again and is approaching the Champions League. If he gets his old ring back, we're in trouble. And so you'll have to get out of the Shire, because Gollum has told Sauron it's hidden here. So Frodo sells his burrow and sets out to leave the Shire with his pals, but before they even leave this idyllic place, they are pursued. Shriek! Oh, a black rider is pursuing us. Maybe we better cut short through the old forest. That's really not such a brilliant idea, because in that forest some voracious willows exist that try to eat some of the hobbits, and the rest go help, and luckily they get to know a somewhat strange guy named Tom Bombadil. Bad tree! And the willow spits out the hobbits again. Look here, I can put on the ring without getting invisible. Ha, I'm the master! So now you go straight northward and don't get drawn into any barrows by the barrow wights, which is exactly what happens, but Tom saves them once more. Then the hobbits get into Bree, which is a kind of outpost to the Shire. There's hobbits, men, and a very nice inn called the Prancing Pony. Right, I'll sing a song. Unfortunately, he slips in a puddle of ale and the ring slips on his finger, so he disappears and people go, "Whoa!" But a guy comes up and goes, "Are you mad? This is a secret mission in it. And who are you? I'm Strider and I take command as of now." During the night, some black riders try to attack them, but they don't find them in the inn. Huh? And they go, "Wah, black riders!" Indeed, and now into wilderness. Ah, Weathertop, we'll camp out here. I'll be back in a minute. On Weathertop, they are attacked by the ring wraiths, because that's what the black riders are once again. The chief ring wraith stabs Frodo. Ouch! And is just about to take away the ring, but Frodo stabs him in the foot. Ouch! And Aragorn shoos away the rest. Oh no, Frodo was stabbed by a Morgul blade. He's nearly dead. If only we had an elf lord here to take him to Rivendell. And as if by magic, an elf lord shows up. "Oh, here, Glorfindel, take him to Rivendell on your horse, will you?" Righty. And he's hardly gone when they are again attacked by the Nazgul. This time these unlucky guys get into a river bordering Rivendell and their horses are swept away and killed by a tsunami. Poor beasts. Ah! Then the hobbits finally get to lovely Rivendell, where the half-elf Lord Elrond heals Frodo. Well, he'll never get really well again. Gandalf the Wizard is there as well, and representatives of all the free people of the West. The elf Legolas, the dwarf Gimli, the human Boromir, and another human called Aragorn. And Gandalf goes, "Dear United Nations, what are we going to do with the ring?" And Boromir answers, "We'll use it as a weapon against Sauron, of course." "Are you stupid? We'll get evil ourselves, didn't you pay attention?" Very good, Aragorn. "We have to destroy the ring in the volcano in which it was made in the middle of Mordor. So who will take it there? Any volunteers?" And Frodo steps forward and goes, "Well, it's my ring, so I'll have to look after the disposal. Anyone come along?" And all go, yeah, let's go together. So they set out as a group of 9 people, the Fellowship of the Ring, led by Gandalf as the ringleader, who goes, there's always a traffic jam at the Gap of Rohan, and I forgot the snow chains for the Pass of Caradhras, so let's go through the Mines of Moria, okay? And the dwarf Gimli goes, yeah, I got family there, Moria being an underground dwarf city. But as soon as they have entered it, wow, they're all dead! And Frodo goes, this Gollum is following us. Yeah, right. And suddenly they are being attacked by orcs. Those are the kind of bread and butter monsters of the Dark Lord, and they escape by a hair's breadth. But then something worse attacks. A Balrog, a fire demon of the old world, comes up and Gandalf goes, you can't get past me! Yeah, I can. No, you can't. So Gandalf trips him up and he falls into an abyss, but draws Gandalf with him and he shouts, flee, you fools! No! Now Aragorn takes the lead of the gang, him being uncrowned king anyway. Right, we'll now go to Lothlorien, to the forest of the elves. We'll get help there, I hope. And they are received well by the Lady Galadriel. Hello! Hi there, you want the ring? Yeah! No. Got one myself. Have an elven star flashlight, Frodo, and here's a couple of non-staining happy grey cloaks for you, and boats, and bye. So they move on and reach the border of the realm of Gondor at the Rhoros Falls, where Boromir ticks out and goes, I want that ring now, give me that ring, Frodo! No, you won't get it, give it here, you titch! But Frodo slips on the ring and is gone, and Boromir, no, Frodo, what did I do? When they are attacked by orcs again, and in order to make up for his mistake, Boromir fights like hell and is killed, having, of course, before sounded his horn he'd been carrying all along. Tröd! Then the orcs kidnap Merry and Pippin. These orcs don't work for Sauron, but for the evil wizard Saruman, while Frodo, the ring-bearer, and his servant Sam set out for Mordor on their own. Aragorn now starts to pursue the orc kidnappers together with Legolas and Gimli, but they are held up. Papers, please, you've entered Rohan. Here, Eomer, let us pass, we are pursuing those orcs. Oh, we've killed the lot. No, there were our friends amongst them. Merry and Pippin, however, were lucky enough to escape the orc massacre and flee into the nearby mysterious forest of Fangorn, where they meet a mysterious guy. Ah, what are you? An Ent. Where I'm from, the ants are smaller. We are treeherds. Oh, interesting. You've got this neighbor, the evil wizard called Saruman, colleague of Gandalf's, who has raised loads of orcs and killed loads of trees. What? And while the Ents debate endlessly on what to do, Aragorn and his pals also enter Fangorn and meet someone they didn't quite expect to find there. Saruman, turn around! No, it's me, Gandalf. Gandalf! Why are your clothes so white? New washing powder, fell into a lake, got a promotion. Long story, really. First of all, let's ride to the King of Rohan, shall we? That is Theoden, and he has an agent of Saruman's named Grima, whispering into his ear incessantly, which is why he feels rather old and never leaves the house, but Gandalf goes, cast away your walking frame, Theoden! Oh, I'm feeling much better already. And Grima flees, and Gandalf goes, Saruman is attacking. What? Then we have to retreat to Helm's Deep and defend ourselves there. That is a fortress in the mountains, where a massive army of orcs now attacks them that can only be defeated by the joint forces of the Riders of Rohan and an army of Ents that Gandalf has organized. Right, and now we'll ride to Saruman, who lives in a place called Isengard. The Ents have already destroyed this fortress, but they couldn't destroy the tower in the middle called Orthanc. Oh, what a pity. Come out, Saruman! No, at once! And he comes out. Gandalf goes, you're fired! And he takes away his staff and breaks it, and he goes, oh, come on! And then Grima, who had fled to Saruman, chucks out a stone of the window. Obviously, he wants to hit someone with it, and Saruman goes, are you mad? This is the only television thing, Palantir, piece of entertainment electronics we had left. And Gandalf goes, I'll take that, and they ride on. In the meantime, in the middle of nowhere. I mean, if it's a totalitarian Dark Lord ruling here, why is there no infrastructure at all? What about Mordor first, eh? Oh, look, there's Gollum. Let's catch him. No, don't kill me. I'll take you to Mordor. I'll kill them all. I'm your humble servant. He's really a bit schizophrenic, Gollum is. And then they get into Ithilien. Papers, please. Who are you? Oh, you look exactly like Boromir. I'm his brother Faramir, but Boromir's dead. Oh, well, help, please. We're on a secret mission to dispose of a piece of used scrap metal and need to get into Mordor. Well, in that case, I'll resist the temptation of taking the ring from you and let you go. And Gollum goes, look here, we need to take this pass into Mordor. That's the only safe way. And the hobbits turn to go, and Gollum goes, Har! I'll have the giant spider Shelob kill them, and then get the ring back, my precious. And they climb a gigantic stair and see a gigantic army pour out of Mordor. And on top of it all, Frodo's stung by a gigantic spider when Sam's absent for a moment. You can't turn your back one moment, really. And he knocks out Gollum. And with the help of Galadriel's elven star flashlight and Frodo's sword, he defeats the beast. Oh no, Frodo's dead. I'll take the ring and finish the job. And he slips it on and becomes invisible invisible when a gang of orcs come along and go, "Look-a-roo, lad, take him, he's still alive." And Sam goes, "Oh no," and follows them, but luckily the orcs fight amongst themselves and kill each other, so Sam only has to do a little killing before he rescues Frodo. "Oh no, they took away all my stuff, where's the ring?" "Relax, I've got it here." "Give it here, my precious!" "Yeah, okay." In the meantime, Gandalf has ridden to the capital of Gondor, Minas Tirith, together with Pippin. "Can I watch a little Palantir?" "No, you'll get addicted to media, and anyway, it's only propaganda by the Dark Lord." "Hail, Denethor, steward of Gondor!" "Where's my son Boromir?" "Dead." "Then I command my other son Faramir to ride a kamikaze attack on the orc army." Which Faramir does and nearly dies in the attempt. Then the city is under siege by a huge army of orcs, oliphants, wild men, and the Nazgul have elegant new flying dinosaurs as steeds, and the city gate is rammed open and it all looks rather bleak, when in the dawn the horn of Rohan sounds on the battlefield and the brave allies of Gondor attack from the north, and Aragorn attacks from the south with an army of ghosts he collected in the mountains, and the battle is finally won, yet Theoden falls, being killed by the chief Nazgul, who in turn is killed by Theoden's niece Eowyn and a little by Merry, and Denethor commits suicide, which is a relief in a way, and Gandalf goes, "Righty, now we take what is left of our army and attack Mordor itself, this way distracting the Dark Lord from Frodo and his mission." So this is what they do, and they can't say Elbereth before they are surrounded by masses of orcs and very nearly defeated, while in Mordor the following happens, in the bleak desert of Gorgoroth. "Oh look, there's Mount Doom." "Oh dear, I'm completely burnt out. This ring is so addictive." "Yeah, you got eye bags, Baggins. I'll carry you." And Sam carries him up the mountain when they are suddenly attacked by Gollum. "My precious!" Sam is knocked out, and the two ring bearers wrestle with each other until Frodo slips on the ring and disappears. Gollum now wrestles with the invisible hobbit until, ouch! Frodo becomes visible again because Gollum has bitten off his finger together with the ring and goes, "Finally, my precious!" Doesn't pay attention where he's stepping, falls into the lava and thus destroys himself, the ring and Sauron at a go. Then the volcano erupts and the hobbits are in grave danger, but the mountain rescue in the form of an eagle takes them away. Wonder why they didn't fly in by eagle, but well. In Minas Tirith, Aragorn is now crowned King of Gondor and marries Arwen, the daughter of Elrond. And Elrond goes, "But you won't be immortal anymore." "You're so old-fashioned, Dad." And the hobbits return to the Shire. Now, you've got to imagine this a little more somber, grey. "No, who introduced socialism here?" A little totalitarianism takes place in the once idyllic place, for Saruman has come here and just to wreak havoc and take revenge has introduced a 5-year plan, but the hobbits start a little revolution and throw him over, and graciously Frodo goes, "You may go scot-free, Saruman. Fuck your generosity, you gits." But now he's stabbed in the back by his servant Grima, who he had always treated very badly. Grima, in turn, is killed by an arrow and all are quite happy. Until... "Hey Gandalf! Hey Bilbo!" Bye Sam. "Where you off to?" "Oh, you know, we were mentally contaminated by this evil ring of mass destruction, so we won a green card to the Elysian lands of the elves in the west, so bye." And with one of the last elven ships they sail away and Sam weeps after them. Tolkien himself says there's no simple message to the novel, but we can fairly assume that friendship is a good thing and rings are generally dubious, so make sure you think twice before slipping one onto your finger. And this, dear congregation, was The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Vielen Dank.